1 week working with walnut. It's been fun for me. What I started out with was about 5 feet of some really nifty walnut, and all I have left is these few little pieces over here. Today I need to, after a week, I have a finished product, and this is what we have after a week playing with this stuff. Time I get this over. We're starting out upside down, and I'm in the process of installing the top onto this framework here. Now, as previously described, I had the cleat back here, which also came in handy for something else. We'll talk about that later. But on this top thing, the whole thing is, this is a natural wood product, and with variations in humidity and weather, temperature and such, this thing will expand and contract. So if I were to fasten that top hard to the framework below, eventually that is going to promote warping, in my opinion. So what I'm doing in lieu of that is I have, we have the extra big hole there that is way bigger. I'm going to be fastening this. No, I'm terrible with this close-up camera stuff. I'm going to be fastening with an 1 5/8" drywall screw. Probably ought to have something better, but that's what I got. And it's going to be going through this hole here, and clearly the hole is way bigger than the diameter of the screw, because I want for this thing, let's back up now. I want for this top to be able to expand and contract. So I got this screw I'm going to put in, and I got a washer, and this is like I'm going to be pulling this top off again one more time, and I don't like running these screws in and out too often, so we're just doing it today because I want to see what I got already. So there we are. The top is now fastened, and next up there is the issue of the drawer. As I described in yesterday, whatever day's video, we had the cleat that the drawer ran upon, but, well, on the top we had to have something to keep the drawer from being all tipsy. So I had to add this piece in here, and you can see I got some really nice curve going on here, which I'm still working on, by the way. I have fine-tuning to do on this thing yet. Speaking of fine-tuning, boy, I got this thing that I'm thinking I kind of want to fix that. And as I said, I do still have a few bits of stuff laying around, so I think I got some material to fix that with. We're not going to drag that out today. And I did add a bottom strut on here, which, doggone it, sometimes these things crack. That crack is filled with glue. It is secure. Ugly as can be, but it is secure. So, and we have, as I had described in previous videos, lots and lots of glue and teeny nails holding stuff on. This thing actually does have 2 tiny little trim nails trim screws that go into the leg to hold that secure. And likewise, this whole front structure, I was not going to just depend on glue and nails. We do have a few odd screws, just barely enough. So anyway, let's flip this thing over already and show off the finished product. I'll set you there, and I may readjust once I flip it. Let's see. And as we flip it, here's the left side. There you go. What's falling on the floor? Oh, see, I told you I was going to take the top off again. I don't know if it's the camera. One of these washers was too big for the screw head, and so got to fix that. Like I said, this ain't done, but it is complete. So we set it down there, and we're adjusting again. That's all right. Move it down just barely. How about like that? So the whole thing is the drawer. It needs to function. I have no mechanical hardware in here, as you can see. It's all just a bunch of wood, and I had to do some really kind of funky, curvy cut stuff here on each side, as I had also mentioned back under there. And I got this funky little piece of extra plywood I added on the back side here. And, well, let's just toss it in here. What I got to do with this funky little piece on the back side is it needs to tuck up in here like this. And I got to line the drawer, and it fits just so. And now this is what I want to fine tune a little bit yet. I want to make this work a little smoother, but we just go in. Like I said, I want to do some fine tuning on this yet. Where am I off? Come on. Go. You were in. Just an hour ago, you were in. Oh, I shouldn't get it like that. See? It's, there we go. Finally. All right, so what we have. Definitely got to do some fine tuning. All right, a complete product. We have a table with a really, this top, I'm just overwhelmed with how awesome it looks. Here we go. But, well, the drawer that we need for that thing to function nicely. And to make it function nicely, we do not want it to sag when I pull it out. So that extra part that I described on the underside of this thing, that keeps this as I pull it out. Oh yeah, let's just keep going. As I pull it out, the drawer does not sag, and if I accidentally pull it out too far, it does not come out because it's got this thing here to stop it. Let's see if I can put it in faster this time. Okay, and well, finally, I've been nagging about this knot hole since the first video I made about this stuff a week ago. And what am I going to do with a knot hole? Well, what I did is I took a file and I just routed it out just a tiny bit bigger. And rather than have a drawer pull for this, just take my little pinky finger and go like this. And there we go. And, well, I still want to put a finish on this and do a lot of sanding, and that's something that'll be sometime in the future. But basically, this thing is done. That's a wrap.